it is. What happened here is I got busy doing the project before I started the film. So now that we're caught up to where I am with the project, the fact that I've already removed this cover plate, we'll carry on, okay? Now the thing about this outdoor socket is that the box itself is broken and many of the parts are corroded inside. It's gotten to the point to where power no longer comes out of the socket itself, but yet there is still power delivered to it. So there are many precautions I'll need to take when I go to repair this. But one thing that you should always keep in mind for yourself is first check in the area where you're at. If you're going to be doing electrical work of this type, make sure that you don't have some governing agency or somebody that says you have to have a contractor do it. But if you're free to do it yourself, then have at it and enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. When you start electrical work, you need to always find the circuit that powers it and turn it off so you don't have electrical shock. But it's also necessary to bring along a voltometer to test it as you go to make sure that it's still actually a dead circuit while you work on it. Case in point, I thought I had a dead circuit. It's not. It's got power to it. Now that I've finally found the power circuit and turned it off, I can proceed. This circuit is a ground fault circuit of the house, and this plug is not a ground fault plug. So years ago when this thing was installed, they violated the code for doing this kind of electrical work. I have to remove that tab because I don't have enough spare wire in the thing there to be able to reach everything properly. And I can't have this shortening my length. Now to test the circuit. It would help if I would push the reset button and turn the power on. And now I have power. My old cover, this one, has a center screw, which was the way it's clamped on. But the ground fault socket has circuit breaker buttons there. There's no screw hole to replace the clamped it with. So I had to get a new cover that is made to go over that. Well, this project is to prepare this area here of this rickety old porch to install a chairlift that is on its way. I got a really cheap one, which means I have to do the installation. But one thing about this old porch, which is about half a century old, is that it's warped and twisted so bad that it's kind of looks like the sort of thing you'd get out of a cartoon book. For one thing, it was never built on cement foundations. It's just raw wood sticking into the ground, so it has settled and warped over the years. As I said, this porch was built at least 50 years ago, and they used nails instead of bolts through the upright posts. These 3-inch nails, as you can see here, if I get the angle right, is coming up out of the porch. That's why they are a tripping hazard. We've had rain for several days, and now my porch finally dried out enough that I was able to paint it. Some of this old rotten wood is like sponge. It took a long time for the moisture to dry out of it. But I did a strip along here so that I can step across it to the door. Well, the tripping hazard of the nails in my porch have been taken care of. Everything replaced with screws. Painting has been completed on the deck. The railing of the porch still needs work. But as you can see, there are no more nails sticking up. And it is completely done. Now the porch is ready. Now the porch is ready for a chairlift to be installed there.